that we are ready to proceed with painting, we will retrieve our can of paint, which I have selected yesterday, and it's a white, off-white, and I find that off-whites have lower odor. Now that we have extracted the nail from the wall, I'm just going to go ahead and use it to open the can. See, intelligent over hard work. I've done this before with even smaller nails. You can get big nails too, but this one I like to use what's handy so I don't waste time going back and forth on the job. You can see this is a beautiful white with a little bit of yellow in it. Now that we've opened the lid, we're simply going to pour it into my painting bucket that I will use for my brush. You can see that I overfilled a little bit, and that's commonplace, but do not fret because this will clean up. This is where this rag comes in handy. It's for cleaning messes. And all you do is lay it flat over the spilled paint and it will absorb every lick of that mess. So for this step, we are going to brush in the wall. This is to get all the corners, all of the grooves, and hard to reach areas. This is the first step to painting your wall. Remember, pick your brush carefully, like a caddy on the golf course. Now we are going to the wall to paint. Now you can see that I've reached a point, but I can not reach the top of the wall with my hands. So we are going to need some facilitation there, and for that I brought a ladder. But don't you worry for you folks at home that don't have a ladder and don't want to go to the hardware store to buy a $179 ladder. You're only going to use once. And so I've got an alternative to cover for that situation. I'll put this brush away in my handle. So instead of getting that $179 ladder you're only going to use once, you might fall and break a leg, you don't need it, you don't want to spend the money, you don't have the money, save your money. We've got this tub that I just had laying around. Anyone's got a tub. You could use tubs like this. You could use mayonnaise jars, coffee cans, trash cans, anything you have around the house, you could use it. And you can see as I step up on my ladder, it elevates my reach to a point that I am almost satisfied. But for those that need extra reach, I've got a solution for that also. I've got this other tub that doubles my reach. So now not only can I reach to up to 7-8 feet, this will get me anywhere up to 8 to 12 feet, no problem. So that will cover you in most residential situations. Before you proceed with any situation where you are elevated, there's an extra safety precaution that you must always adhere to. Never forget, when over 2 feet off the ground, certain safety precautions are required by law, and if you do not adhere to them, stiff penalties and fines may apply. What we have here is safety gear. I like to call it my Huggy Bear because I feel like it hugs me. But there's all sorts of different terms for this particular safety gear. I'm going to call it my Huggy Bear because I feel safe. So in using this particular safety gear, another area that you want to be careful is proper fit. That is something that you will learn with time. You will find what feels right. But I will use an example where an individual did not have it correctly fit. He was inside the cage at the end of a crane, and he was reaching for, so let's say he was swatting a beehive. He was up in this crane, the crane jolted, and he fell out of his cage. This is a rope with a hook at the end of it, and you attach it to an anchor. His anchor was the cage that he fell out of. So he did that right. He was tied to his cage, his anchor. But when you don't have it correctly fit, bad things happen. He didn't have it correctly fit. Guess what happened? It cinched up on his crotch and he lost his balls. I'm going to proceed with the painting up at the elevated area. Now that I am at the elevated area of work, you can see that there are an array of options to anchor my rope to. I'm going to pick this pole here. A lot of times in construction, hazards occur and can't be averted. In this particular situation was a good example, and it's all about timing. Everything is timing. You have someone working on the roof. They're laying down the wood on the roof, and as they're walking on the roof, they're laying more wood as they go. And if they go before they lay, they're going to fall. It's all about timing and harmony, working together. And in this particular situation, there was a timing issue. And it's all about anticipating, working smarter, not harder. And so for this particular situation, I'm going to show you how to finish the job and finish the job correctly. Now that we are done with the brush, we could actually put this in the washer machine with the clothes, and you will have a brand new brush at the end. You don't even have to put it in the dryer. You just let it air dry. It's good as new. This paint sponge can be dipped inside the bucket. Use the handle here. And now that the sponge has absorbed 3/4 paint, we can apply it to the wall. And this particular device is designed for applying paint smoothly and consistently. It could apply upwards of a half gallon to a full gallon every half hour of time, American time. And it also depends on the applicator and also how many quarters of paint the sponge is designed to apply. Now I'm going to show you a little secret on how to get it done even quicker. We've all seen how to clean up a mess. Now we're going to learn how to make a mess, and this is the type of mess you want, and you will agree is a great use of this rag. I'm just going to stick this rag in my paint bucket and absorb anywhere from a full quarter to 3/4 of paint, and you are good to go. So you see, I covered this generous space anywhere from 60 square feet to 70 nautical centimeters in about 15 to 30 seconds, and it took little to no effort. I could be doing a mathematical equation, discovering a new invention, all the while I'm painting a wall with this easy, so easy it's like ridiculous. And I don't know why people don't sell more rags for this purpose. In summary, you want to work intelligently, not hard. You want to call out heads down instead of heads up for falling objects. Remember, heads down, hard hat up, homeward bound. And that's what I want to drill into your mind. I want to just drill it right in there. So you can go home at the end of the day not only happy but also safe, and you could look at your work, maybe you're already home. In the case that you did a wall at your home, you're already home, but you're happy and you're safe, and you could do this again and again as many times as you want, as many colors as you could discover, as many rainbows, as many colors in the rainbow, basically. And this is Trevor North's guarantee. If you follow my guidelines, you will get the job done smartly, intelligently, and correctly, proficiently, and danger-free. With this safety gear, with the precautions and foresight, looking ahead, thinking ahead, working in harmony with those around you, assessing your environment, and utilizing your cerebral capacity in measures that you have yet to even imagine. But once you get into this area, this rhythm, this elevated state of existence, you will find that you could be almost as proficient as a professional, almost as charming as a gazelle or a flamingo on ice doing ballet, choreographed dancing, you name it, you've got it. You got it on the plate, you got it in the safe, you're going home, you are home, you're happy, you're safe. Trevor North out.